Hey guys, when you're dealing with depression and anxiety, depending on your age, one thing you have to do is check your surrounding, especially your very close family. Because you see, we are very quick of calling everything depression and calling everything anxiety, but it could be just some effects of what your surrounding is actually doing to you. Now, what I mean by that is, for example, if you have a father or a mother, again, depending on your age, that is has certain characters that is really bothering you. I don't want to get into details with that, but just one example is, for example, let's say you have somebody who's over controlling, right? And that, of course, will um, narrow your mind very, very quickly. And then your mind and your thoughts are just trying to escape, right? So let's say you're 14 years old, you're 15 years old, or even when you're 45 years old, and your wife is very controlling, or your husband is very controlling, or your boss is very controlling. You're sitting at home and your mind is constantly trying to get out of this cage that has built around it, and it needs to get out. But then your intellect is fighting it. And then the expression that your body has to this conflict and your well-being shows expressions to this conflict. And that, if not taken care of, will lead to depression. Depression will lead to anxiety. Anxiety leads to uh, being, as it says, anxious with everything that is surrounding you, with everything that you are actually observing. Let's say even social media will affect you. Your friends, will affect you. Now, let's say, for example, what do I mean by that? I mean, now let's say you are a younger person. Again, a young girl, 14, 15, whatever, and you are in this space, and then there is outside information coming into your mind additionally to what you are already experiencing. This will lead you to have problems with eating, problems with sleeping. You might even have very weird thoughts, You might experience hate, and you might experience some severe disturbance when it comes to your daily routine. Now, I'm using all these words, and they are very general words, because I don't want to point out literally there's people who cut themselves, etc. I don't want to point these things out, but because I have experienced things like that, I think it is important that somebody here talks about these things. Maybe when you're listening, you will understand that this is a serious situation, and that you please need to go and talk to your friends, a safe space, if that's a modern term, or probably even seek a therapist. Now, let me come back to what I mean by outer influences. Means, you see, people are a little bit crazy these days, Everybody's very keen when it comes to posture, when it comes to how you should look, what you should do, you should drive, how you should get clothed, and your fashion ideas, and also maybe how your body looks. Talking about being a little bit overweight, or anything like that. You see, if you're young, people will treat you like that. They would say, "Oh, for example, in my case, was always like, oh, he has a big stomach," because I was always a little bit, and because I was a refugee back then, people couldn't really, understand where I'm coming from, and what I have been through. So they did their judgment. That, of course, has influence on someone, right? And then you start having influence on your girlfriend, etc. pp. Now, when you're in our age, when you're around 45, 40, whatever, somewhere between 30 and 50, I would say, this influence could be your colleagues, your boss. Why? Oh, no, it's just work. I'm just going to work. No, it's not. Because you're spending more time at your work than you're spending at home. So all your colleagues and everything have more influence on you. Unfortunately, you know that. Unfortunately, you know that this is a big problem. If you spend 10 hours, 8 hours at work, you are taking this with you. You are a sponge. Every sentient being, even your goddamn dog and your cat, are sponges. They will take that energy and they will take it somewhere else, and then this sponge needs to be squeezed and the energy needs to come out. And where does it come out? At home. I am sorry, your thoughts are right. And you have to be careful to not mix up what has been implemented into you with what your actual core is. A lot of your fears, a lot of your anxieties, a lot of your depressions are not yours. Now, I'm not saying they are not important or you should not take care of it. I'm saying exactly the opposite. I would never say or even think about telling someone that his problems are not valid. You know why? Because I was shitting myself when I had anxiety attacks. I went to the hospital 18 times. If you have watched my shorts, you would know I've been to the hospital 18 times. I pooped myself. I was throwing up. I thought I have heart attacks, etc. So, but it is true. A lot of this shit is not yours. It has been, your mind copied it. And it's not only you, everybody does that. Just you are experiencing a freedom inside of yourself. That's why this inner conflict happens. Okay? You need to understand that. And you need to do something for it. And don't I know it's hard. Everybody has to pay bills. I know it's hard. You can't I just can't quit. Yeah, you can't quit your job. I mean, you can seek a different world. You can seek a different life. I know you mortgaged the house, you mortgaged your car, you mortgaged a lot. I know. But maybe you cannot do it now. But you know what's good against anxiety? And that is something all the psychological people will tell you, is if you have a goal, and maybe your goal would be to live in freedom with less stuff. I'm not saying you should do it like I did, move into nature, trying to live independently, off grid, and I'm not saying that. And I don't even know if that's not a solution for everybody. Why should it be? But I'm saying you could live with less, and you could go and enjoy your life with your friends and with your loved ones. And if your husband is disturbing you and your partner is disturbing you, there are other people on this planet. Okay? Make sure you're good I see you in the next one. All the best.